Hello, good evening, happy Sunday night. Okay, so I know it's late and I apologize for that, but it was a gorgeous day and I just couldn't stay inside. So anyway, here we have our kombucha. So I've let mine ferment for about 8 days and I like the flavor of it right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bottle it and I'm going to flavor it with some teas here. And then I'm going to put it aside to ferment the second time. So what I've done, I've got 3 different bottles because I'm using my 4th bottle for a vodka I've infused already. So if we have too much in there, I'm going to put some in a mason jar and use that instead. And I also have to save some in a container for my SCOBY. So when I'm done bottling it, I'm going to take my SCOBY out and I'm going to reserve some of the fluid, some of the kombucha there. And then I'm going to rinse out the container. And I've got some more water boiling and I'm going to make another round of kombucha. So that in another 8 days or so, I can do this all over again. So I'm not going to show that. I'm just going to show this part. Okay, guys? So what I've done is I've got some sugar here. And I'm just going to put... I'm not going to put too much because it's kind of sweet already. I'm just going to put maybe 2 of the perfect cup of tea spoons of sugar in each one. The sugar and the fruit tea that I'm going to put in here, and then the kombucha, the sugar is going to help it to ferment further and hopefully give it some fizz. I really want it to have a nice fizz, but who knows? This is my first time, so, you know, we'll just see what happens. Okay. So the first tea that I have here is a lemon ginger ale, which smells amazing. I can't wait to try this one. I actually just got this the other day. I can't wait to try this one as an iced tea. I think this will be delicious. So I'm just going to put 2 teaspoons of that in there. So there's my lemon ginger ale. Then the next one I've got here is an Italian soda. I also just got this one, and I'm very excited to try this. I think this also would make a nice iced tea. Oops. Oh, sorry, there's my water boiling. So I can make my next batch of kombucha. I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised by the taste. When I smelt the kombucha, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna put a little more of this. I don't know, but it does not taste at all like how it smells. So the other one I've got here is a raspberry cosmopolitan. This one I use a lot to make cocktails and also to infuse vodka. Oh, this one's my favorite, I think, so far for fruit teas. Although today we made mango iced tea. We made it into like the Starbucks refresher thing. That was really good. Okay, so there we have these 3. Okay, so then all I'm going to do, really, I'm just going to kind of shake it up a bit. I'm just going to fill it with the kombucha in the bottle here. I'm just going to kind of put a little bit in there. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a swirl to give it a little bit of a start. Fill it up. So yeah, so I mean, I'd be very interested to see in the comments if you guys have made your own kombucha before, how it went for you, because this is my first time, and I've been reading a lot about people's experiences, and I think it's kind of neat to hear what they have to say. So there we go. So I filled that to there. Oh my gosh, already starting to fizz a bit. We're just going to put this lid on there with a quick little swirl. So there's number 1. And we got number 2 here. And flavors. Like, my gosh. The possibilities are kind of endless here for the flavors. I've even seen lots of people using fresh fruit ingredients. Like lemon and lime, even fresh berries. I think maybe I want to like finish kind of learning sort of the ins and outs of making kombucha before I try getting fancy. There's our next one. Ooh, that one's going to be fun. That's the lemon ginger ale. Oh, look at that. And then this one. So these bottles are great what I've read about them is that they're self burping. So as the pressure builds up, if you don't burp your bottles, they'll do it for you. They're self-burping. They've got a great seal on them. So I'll let you know how that goes. So now what I'm going to do once I've got these filled is I'm going to set them and leave them out on the counter for 3 to 4 days for the second ferment. And then once I'm done, once I feel like they ferment enough, they've got enough nice fizz, I'm going to filter the fruit out of them and any scobies that are in there. And it smells good. And then I'm going to put them in the fridge so they'll stop fermenting. So there's our Italian orange soda. Wow, look at that. Those look fantastic. You can see this one's really getting pink already. So yeah, so I've got some more in here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take out about half a mason jar, because that'll be about a cup. So for my next fermentation, or for my next kombucha, I'm going to need a cup at least of fluid, of kombucha. I'm just going to place that here in this dish that I've got set aside, so that when I'm done, I can just take Scooby Steve out here and put him in. Still got enough in there. You know what I'm going to do? I took out a 40. This is a Lala Lavender. So I'm going to give that a try. I'm going to put 2 scoops into here.
What?
2 scoops of sugar. I hear some people coming.
I got others. Others there now.
There we go. We're going to put this in the mason jar. I hear you guys.
Sorry.
That's okay. So yeah, that'll be an interesting one. The Lala Lavender. Very interesting. Annie, my sister-in-law and best friend, I feel like she'll love the flavor of that one. Yeah. Just going to tilt it a little bit because we're getting to the end of our kombucha here. Yeah. And, you know, so many good things in kombucha. Lots of probiotics in there. I know in my family we like probiotics. We tend to eat a lot of yogurt, and sometimes we'll even take supplements because we find that it helps. Okay, so there's our Lala Lavender. Yeah, let's give that a bit of a shake. And there you have it, guys. Kombucha flavored. If you want to see how to make kombucha, we do have a video. You can check out our business page or go on our YouTube channel, Steep Tea Center Wellington. Okay? Thanks, guys. Have a good night.